on other lyrics like Oxford Commma? What's that about?
I think, well, that one I do think is kind of about being about thinking about the truth. Talk about the truth in that song a bunch, about Lil Jon telling the truth. So I think Oxford Commma is thinking about, you know, maybe like sometimes you don't give a fuck about something, but other people think it's very important, and you obviously are seeing the same thing in different perspectives.
Okay. Is it kind of the stuff you like to write about? Like, people and how they react on each other or something like that?
Yeah, I think most songs probably at the end of the day are just about people and their relationships, but I always like songs that don't address it specifically, that don't say like you and me, baby, we've got a relationship, you love me, sometimes we fight, because it's, you know, I already
unless the lyrics are in Spanish.
Unless they're in Spanish, that's true, but I don't speak Spanish really. But you know, when someone says stuff like that, it's just it sometimes feels pointless, or you say, well, I already knew that. But then when sometimes people, I don't know, talk about it in a different way or a funny way, then maybe you actually get some new insight. And that's how I feel about all my favorite lyricists.
Okay. Like, can you name a few examples?
Sure. Definitely Elvis Costello and Squeeze and XTC, who, you know, all come out of like a similar time in England. And I think they can be very sarcastic but also funny. And they also just have fun with words, which is important for lyrics too. Definitely a lot of rappers I think I find very inspiring. And my all-time favorite rapper, well, now sometimes I say Jay-Z, but growing up, it was definitely Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest, who I thought always had like the perfect balance between humor and seriousness, because they were funny, but not in a way where you felt like they were a joke. They were funny in a way that made you think that they were cool and like other people were silly. So they could talk about things that were serious, but they would have a sense of humor about it. And they'd also bring all sorts of different things into their lyrics. They didn't just reference things that other people associate with rapping. They would reference whatever they were interested in, and they could tell stories in funny ways or just rap about rapping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, last question. A year from now, January 2009,
Mm-hmm.
what have you done?
How
do you look back then on 2000?
Well, I think.
What are the plans?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing in January of 2009 will be marking the year anniversary of our album coming out, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And I think it looks like a lot of this year is going to be touring around and trying to have the album reach as many people as possible. So, you know, doing different stuff in different countries, and I don't know. Hopefully, a little bit of time off, and I think we hope to start recording our second album too. Definitely, you know, we've got ideas and we want to start getting them down, and because we've been working on this first album for so long, it feels good to finally get it released and kind of get it out there. But yeah, we're definitely looking to move forward as well.
Are there already other directions in new songs, or does it sound different?
Well, we don't have that much time to really work on new songs because we're still playing these songs live, but we're definitely talking about new directions and listening to music that we find inspiring and thinking about it. So, you know, things will always take shape in the studio or in the practice room, but I think we can already see ways that we can take our sound and do different things with it. Like, I feel really like this album is not, even though there might be a certain style that people label it with, is very, puts us in a position where we can kind of like do whatever, you know, and we have a lot of ideas, so.